All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Court will resume with the May 18th, 2022 docket. And let me see what we're going to get in first. Oh, we need the jail section. All right.
Number 10.
Number 10 is going to be first. Let's look at number 10 here. You're looking for Cesar Gonzalez? Cesar Guadalupe Gonzalez. All right.
He's coming.
All right. Good afternoon, Joe.
Should be testimony.
You're a Spanish speaker, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
All right.
It'll be, are we going to hear some testimony from Denise Acosta?
Yes, Judge.
Do we have Denise? Okay, she's logging in.
Carlos Ortegon on the record, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
I'm waiting on Denise, the victim here.
She's on, she's on.
Yeah, she needs to unmute. Miss Denise? All right. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. We're here on CR 22-04042D, Cesar Guadalupe Cantu Gonzalez. And we're going to be hearing some testimony from Miss Denise.
Mhm.
Are you ready, State?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Ms. Denise, please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, that's right.
You may put your hand down and please listen carefully to the questions. Go ahead, Mr. Quinn.
Yes, Judge. Please state your full name for the record.
Denise Analia Costa Garcia.
Okay. What is your relationship with the defendant?
We're common law husband.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened on or about April 25th, 2022?
Yes, we had been discussing and it just got a little bit aggressive. And obviously I called the police because I didn't know what else to do. I also had my kids, but he never really hit me. It was just more of a grabbing. But with the moments, I didn't really know what to do, what to say. And so everything happened.
Okay. So did the defendant grab your hair and dragged it?
My hair, no.
Did the defendant push you?
No.
Okay. Is there a history of violence in your relationship?
What, I'm sorry?
A history of violence?
No.
And are you concerned about any future violent acts by the defendant?
No.
Okay. Did you fill out affidavit of non-prosecution with the district attorney's office?
I did. Yes.
Okay. And did you fill it out on your own free will?
Yes.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. And nobody promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to sign the affidavit?
No.
Okay. And you do understand that by dropping charges, this case cannot be reopened in the future, correct?
Yes.
However, you do understand that if another incident was occurred, you could open a new case. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, the state passes the witness.
No further
right.
questions, Your Honor. I'm satisfied with the state's question.
All right. Thank you, sir. What is the announcement, Mr. Wynn?
Yes, Judge, the defendant has an ISO, Judge, so upon my motion to dismiss, the defendant will be deported. So that's going to happen, Judge.
I'm sorry. So you're not going to dismiss right now?
No, I'm going to dismiss it, Judge, but upon my dismissal, he's probably going to get deported.
Okay, so we are going to dismiss today.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, then thank you for your testimony, Ms. Denise.
Yes.
Court will hereby dismiss CR 22-04042D, State versus Cesar Guadalupe Gonzalez. This case is hereby dismissed.
César, en el caso tuyo, Denise testificó a la corte que ella no quiere seguir con los cargos de asalto. So, el fiscal le acaba de pedir a la corte que retire los cargos. El juez va a firmar la orden retirando los cargos ya que sea archivada por el fiscal. Ya que la orden de retirando los cargos sea firmada, entonces este caso ya está cerrado Pero si tienes problemas con inmigración, entonces inmigración te va a levantar y tienes que arreglar eso con inmigración. Nosotros no tenemos nada que ver con eso.
All right, sir. Good luck with that, Cesar.
Suerte, César.
All right. Thank you, sir. Your excuse. Anything else,
Thank you,
Mr. Ortega?
Judge. No, Judge. Good seeing you.
All right. Good seeing you. Your excuse. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Good seeing you, Miss
Bye-bye.
Aida. Bye.
Likewise. Edna Cedillo, number 11.
Number 11, that'll be Sandra.
Oh, but I don't know. I
Oh,
don't think
oh,
they-
oh,
I
wait a
don't think
minute.
They have females there.
No, the female section is not.
No, they're not. They're logged on to the 430th, Your Honor, right now.
Oh, okay,
So we can
4:30.
Just let Edna know.
All right, let me let the attorney know so we get somebody else. Mr. Dio,
Yes, Judge.
I'm sorry, we brought you in too quickly. The female section is not ready yet, so we're gonna send you back and get you back in a while.
No problem, Judge. I'm working on other stuff, so I'll be on standby.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Mr.
Judge.
Osorio, number 12 and number 13.
Number 12 and 13 is gonna be Jose Luis Gomez.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Yes, sir, good afternoon, Jose Luis
Why is
Gomez.
it stuck?
State, is it gonna be a plea on both cases?
Yes, Judge.
All right, plea on both cases. Let's see here, CR 22-04-333D, CR 22-04-334D, both of them State of Texas versus Jose Luis Gomez. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir. Nothing but you.
You may put your hand down. Each case is a Class A misdemeanor assault. It carries a potential, each case carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that for each case, you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights?
Oh, yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendations after you give a plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty, sir.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily on both cases?
Yes, sir.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as Exhibit 1. Notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as Exhibit 2. Waiver of Open Authority Network 14 disclosure as Exhibit 3. Waiver of risk and need assessment as Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of the honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to plead guilty.
Your Honor, as to both cases, we have no objection to the introduction of exhibits as evidence, and we also further agree and stipulate to both venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, Your Honor,
And
as
without
well
object-
as that the state has provided enough evidence to substantiate the guilt, Judge.
All right, and without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. Jose Luis Gomez is guilty as charged on both cause numbers. Recommendations, do they have to be identical, state?
They are identical except for the victims, Judge.
And what is it, sir?
Yes, Judge. For both, the state recommends $300 fine, court costs, 1 year Hidalgo County jail, probate for 16th month, an anger management by Mujer Unidas, Judge, 20 commercial hours, open restitution. And for the first one is for Evangeline Ochoa, and then to stay away from the same victim. And for the sec-
Evangeline, okay.
yes,
And the
Judge.
second one?
And for the second one, to stay open restitution to Pedro de Mares, and to stay away from Pedro de Mares.
Did you get the last name? I'm sorry, we didn't get the last one.
Pedro de Mares.
Okay, we got it. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Belmares, there we go. Okay, and so, but for each case, it was a $300 fine plus court costs 1 year over 16 months. And then anger management with Mujeres Unidas, 20 hours of community service. And they're gonna run concurrent, but let me see here. On the second case, Mr. Osorio, CR 22-04-334D, no fine, no court costs, no community hours. First case, the 333 case, that'll be $100 fine plus court costs, but no community hours. On the second one, no fees, no supervision fees. They're gonna run concurrent. Did you get them, Mr. Osorio?
I did, Judge, and I also have one request also, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Judge, the victims in this case are his mother and his stepdad. Those are the people he resides with, Your Honor. I had
Okay.
explained I had explained to the state, Your Honor, that if maybe instead of no contact, Judge, if the court would order no harmful contact instead of staying completely away. And Judge,
Right.
also as an officer of the court, I can represent that I spoke to Ms. Ochoa prior to today's hearing. She does not fear him or at all or for her safety, and she is okay with him coming home, Judge. So instead of staying that condition of staying away from the victim, we would ask that it would be maybe modified to no harmful or injurious contact to both victims, Judge.
Okay, that'll work.
Thank you, Judge. And
That'll
also, Your Honor,
work.
just for clarification, the Mujeres Unidas, it's just a one-time class, correct?
It's just a one-time class. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, thank you so much. And that's all I have before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. You and
Judge.
your client may be excused. Yes, sir. State.
When's the restitution hearing, Judge?
Oh, that's right. The restitution
Oh.
hearings are going to be on June the 8th, 10 a.m. June the 8th, 10 a.m.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
June the 8th, 10 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
All
May I be
right.
excused?
Thank you both. You both may be
Thank
excused.
you,
Have a
Your
good day.
Honor.
Thank you.
Good to
Bye-bye.
see you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good seeing you.
Bye.
Mr. McPherson, he's got number 6, Randy Sanchez.
Number 6. You said Randy Sanchez? Let me see. Number 6.
Actually, he's got 5 and 6.
5 and 6. Randy Rhodes Sanchez.
So motions to
This is
revoke.
William McPherson for the defendant. He has 2 motions to revoke. He's going to plead today to time served on both cases.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You may put your hand down. CR 21-104-23D, CR 21-104-25D. Both cases, State versus Randy Rhodes Sanchez. This is a revocation proceeding whereby the Adult Probation Office and DA's office are both alleging that you violated your probation. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No.
You understand that if the court does find that you did violate your probation, that the court may sentence you to the full amount of punishment that was probated back then when you pled guilty?
Yes, sir.
All right. Has your attorney explained to you what are the conditions of probation that you allegedly violated for each case?
Yes.
And you understand them all pretty well?
Yes.
What is your plea, sir? True or not true that you at least violated one condition for each of the 2 cases?
I'm guilty.
I'm sorry. Are you pleading
True.
true? Okay. Are you pleading true freely and voluntarily for both cases?
Yes.
All right, State.
Yes, Judge. State offer waiver of rights, consent to stipulation of evidence, and plea of truth to state motion to revoke post-conviction community supervision as Exhibit 1. State also requests defendant to stipulate that he is the same defendant who was previously placed on probation.
Judge, we have no objection. We so stipulate.
Without objection? Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the finding of this court that Randy Rhodes Sanchez did violate probation on both cost numbers, CR 21-104-23D and CR 21-104-25D. And the recommendation, State?
They're identical, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, Judge. State recommend $100 fine, court costs 120 days in the Hidalgo County Jail, prayer for 120 days, Judge.
120 for 120. Court will hereby waive the fine and court costs for each case. That means each case is time served. All right.
Thank you, Judge. That's all we have. Could we be excused?
You're excused. Have a good day. Thank you, sir. Have a good day,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Mauricio Martinez, he's got number 9, number 2, and number 3. The
Okay.
defendant was not brought in.
Okay. 2, 3, and 9, and that is Alexis Rodriguez, right?
Judge, it's Mauricio Martinez on behalf of Mr. Rodriguez. He's being housed. He's being held by the sheriff, but he's being housed over in Jim Hogg. And I believe I just heard the coordinator indicating that he wasn't brought down. I was trying to go see him yesterday. I found out he's not here. And then I made it to the jail this morning. Technically, it was during lunchtime, right after docket this morning. I ran over there, Judge. It was about 12:15. And for about an hour and a half, they were just kind of looking for him. And so I believe I see the jailer Lopez saying, yeah, he's not here.
Yeah, he's not here. They forgot to bring him.
Okay, not here. And he's in Jim Hogg County, more or less. Okay, we'll set it for next week.
Okay, Judge,
Yeah.
I'll get with pretrial service, see if there's some way they can bring him down just so that we can get him signed up and ready to roll.
Right. Okay. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Judge.
You're excused.
Y'all stay
Bye-bye.
safe.
Yes, sir, you do. Not here, not here, not here. Next one.
I'm gonna bring Miss Amy Barahona with the state. She's gonna do
Number
number four.
four.
And Patrick Kennedy is standing in for Mr. Manji.
Okay,
Jesse Herrera.
okay, Jesse Herrera, okay. Jesse Herrera. That's gonna be number four.
Number four.
Number four, Jesse Herrera. And Miss Bayona, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Judge. How are you?
Fine, fine, thank you, ma'am. It's gonna be a plea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, CR 21-10-092D, Jesse Aaron Herrera. Please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Your charge, assault class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial. You're entitled to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation when you give a plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the state offers plea documents and offense reports as states 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as states 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as states 3, waiver of risk and needs assessment as states 4, and written admonition on ineligibility to possess firearm or ammunition as states 5, and request defense counsel stipulate to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court.
No objections on behalf of Mr. Herrera, and all stipulations are agreed to.
Without objection, so admitted. It will be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. Recommendation, state?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is a $100 fine, court costs, time served, Your Honor. It's 203 days county jail.
All right, 203 days in jail, credit for 203. Court will hereby waive the fine and court costs, time served.
Thank you,
All
Judge.
right, is that the understanding, everybody?
Yes, Judge. And Judge, I believe this is the case that Rob Mangi had been handling, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Mr. Mangi. Yes, you're here standing in for him. I understand that, Mr.
I am,
Kennedy.
Judge. I also have a plea with Mr. Herrera as well on another assault case.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ms. Bayona.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You're excused. Have a good day.
See you again, Amy.
Which one?
Number one.
Oh, number one. Here we go. Number one. Jesse, I don't know. It will be a plea. We're going to do another plea now. CR 19-06-725D. Jesse Aron Herrera. He's charged with an assault class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial. You're entitled to an appeal. Did you waive those two rights?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, sir.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation when you give a plea?
Yes, sir.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure as Exhibit 3. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to plead guilty.
No objections on behalf of Mr. Herrera, and all stipulations are agreed to.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. And our recommendation, state?
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $100 fine, court costs, 124 days in Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 124 days.
All right, court will again waive the fine and court costs, 124 for 124. It'll be another time served. That'll do it. You excuse. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day,
Thank you.
staff.
All right, see you, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're waiting for Ted Lopez and we're waiting for the female section.
Okay, we're waiting for the female section and also for Attorney Ted Lopez.
We need Mike Garcia.
It'll be Mike Garcia, right? But not yet.
He's got two cases.
Yeah, Mike Garcia's got two cases, but we don't see the attorney.
And then we need Sandra Falcon for Ministerio.
Right. Take a short brief recess, brief little timeout here until we get Ted Lopez, so we're gonna look for him.
Judge, he's still on the 430th. He's should be done here in a few minutes.
Thank you, Rick. 430th. All right, I think we have the female section available. Court will resume with the May 18th, 2022 docket. And we have Sandra Falcon, cause number CR 2204-098D. And now we have Miss Cedillo.
Just good
All
afternoon,
right.
on behalf of Ms. Falcon.
All right, it'll be a plea, right, State?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Ms. Falcon, please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor. I wanted to see if you might entertain a lighter sentence.
I'm sorry? I didn't hear.
Would you be able to entertain a lighter sentence?
Yes, after we do the plea, of course, we'll talk
Okay.
to the attorneys and everything, okay?
Maybe time served.
Okay. CR 2204-098D, Sandra Falcon. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may put your hand down. Your charge here is a Class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to a year in jail and not more than a $4,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waive those two rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendation after you give a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is your plea, ma'am? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, State.
Yes, Judge. Straight off for plea document and offense report as stated with 1, notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as stated with 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure stated with 3, waiver of risk and need assessment stated with 4. State would request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to plead guilty.
We have no objection, Your Honor, so stipulate.
Without objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged. And a recommendation, State?
Yes, Judge. Just we'll put on the record, Judge. I wasn't aware it's going to be an open plea, Judge. So I just high recommendation. I wasn't aware of the open plea.
Okay.
The state recommend $300 fine, court costs, 1 year Hidalgo County Jail, probate for 14 months, a life skill course, and 20 commercial hours.
Okay, that's your recommendation. State, Ms. Cedillo?
Your Honor, and that's correct. Mr. Nguyen, that was our understanding of the agreement. I know that my client did wish for me to request a lower sentence. I did reach out to Mr. Nguyen on that request, and that was denied, Judge. However, she still wishes to address the court on that issue, but that was our understanding of the plea agreement, Judge.
Oh, okay. So how many days has she done it? 23 days?
Let me check, Judge.
I think it's about 23 days.
I'm showing 21.
21?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So do I. You're right.
21? Okay. All right. So, okay, so instead of probation, she's requesting time served, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, we can do $100 fine plus court costs. And we'll do the 21 over 21 time served. We'll do no fine, no court costs. 21 over 21 time served. It'll be a time served.
Okay, Mr. Dio, I'm gonna email you the time served paperwork. If you have to defend that one.
Okay, so you may be out today, and if not today, it'll be tomorrow morning. Okay, man?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge. Having no further business before this honorable court, please.
You're excused. Thank you, man. Have a great day. And,
Your Honor, we
female
have no
section?
females. Will we be excused?
That's it, right? Yes, ma'am, you're excused. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Ted Lopez has number 8 and number 14.
Okay, Mr. Ted Lopez already showed up for number 8 and 14, right? And that's going to be who? Mike Hernandez Garcia?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Mike Hernandez Garcia. 7, 8, and 14. There's 3 cases, right, State?
Yes, Judge.
That's correct.
Okay, is it going to be a plea on all 3 of them?
Yes, Judge.
All right, did you understand that, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor.
3 cases, it'll be a plea on all 3 of them. All right, and we have Mike Hernandez Garcia. You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You may put your hand down. You have 3 cases, Mr. Garcia. Let me see here. Okay, here they are. CR 21-14-140D, criminal mischief. CR 21-14-217D, theft. And then CR 22-04-335D, criminal trespass. All cases are a Class B misdemeanor. Each case carries a potential penalty of up to 180 days in jail and not more than a $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You understand that for each case, you're entitled to a jury trial, you're entitled to an appeal, and that you waive those 2 rights?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Have you ever been declared mentally incompetent?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You understand that the court does not have to follow the recommendations after you give a plea?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And what is your plea, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, State.
Yes, Judge. State offer plea document and offense report as stated with 1, notification and certification of defendant right of appeal as stated with 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosure as stated with 3, waiver of risk and need assessment as stated with 4. State would also request defense counsel to stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court, and to also stipulate that evidence has been filed sufficient to culpably guilty.
No objection to the exhibits offered and stipulate to venue jurisdiction. We also stipulate that these documents are sufficient and corroborate, Your Honor.
All right, and with that objection, so admitted. It'll be the judgment of the court. The defendant is guilty as charged on all 3 cause numbers. But the by any chance identical, Mike? I mean, Mr. Nguyen?
They're identical, Judge, except for different classes and there's some restitution on some of them, Judge.
Okay, well then let me hear the first one, CR 21-14-140D.
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $150 fine, court costs, 180 days in Delaware County Jail, probably for 1 year, an anger management course, 20 commercial hours, and open restitution to Boost Mobile.
All right, open restitution will be June the 8th, 10 a.m. Restitution June the 8th, 10 a.m. All right. On this case, the court will waive the community hours. Now to run concurrent with the next one, let's see, CR 21-14-217D.
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $150 fine, court costs, 180 days in Delaware County Jail, probably for 1 year, a theft course, 20 commercial hours, $33 restitution to Stripes.
33?
Yes, Judge.
$33 to Stripes. Okay, we just need to put the name, the address or the store number on that one. But anyway, on this one, no fine, no court costs, no fees, no community hours. And to run concurrent with the last one, CR 22-04-355D. Yes, sir.
Yes, Judge. The state recommend $150 fine, court costs, 180 days in the Delaware County Jail, probably for 1 year, a life skill course, 20 commercial hours. The defendant to stay away from Stripes. And this is the same one from the previous case, Judge.
Okay, stay away from Stripes.
And I have the address for this one. I have the address.
And what is the address?
The address is 710 West Griffin Parkway, Mission, Texas, 78572, Judge.
Parkway, West Griffin Parkway. Okay. All right. And so on this one, also no fine, no court costs, no fees, and no community hours. They're all going to run concurrent. Did you get them, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
So all 3 will run concurrent. It's only going to be 1 fee and only 1 fine.
Okay, perfect, Judge.
And 1 court cost, but everything else is waived. And but then again, with open restitution, June the 8th.
Yes, Your Honor.
10 a.m. All right.
One moment, Your Honor. About the open restitution, what does that mean exactly?
It means that we're going to come back on June the 8th at 10 a.m. to see if there are any damages or something, medical bills or something, or that you owe to anybody.
Okay. I just discussed that with Mr. Garcia. I think there was maybe some allegations of a door, I think it's a door that was damaged, Judge. So,
maybe the door, yeah. There may be damages done to the door. I don't know. We'll
And so
find
I'll
out.
talk, and I'll discuss that with Mr. Garcia.
So would I be getting on probation? Would I be released today or do I gotta be here to that court date?
If nothing is holding you, you might be out tonight, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Thank
All
you,
right,
Mr. Lopez.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lopez, your excuse.
Thank you, Judge.
And thank you, Jill. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Yes, sir, have a good day, your excuse.